Welcome to the fitness podcast Beyond the Workout, featuring your host, Coach E, where we give you health and fitness tips that go beyond the gym and help you along your fitness journey. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. Thank you for your interest in this podcast, Beyond the Workout. As a disclaimer, anything you hear in this show from me, Coach E, Eric Dunstan, or any of my guests that is related to health, exercise, nutrition is just that. It's information only. What works specifically for you has to be thoroughly evaluated and checked by a professional, either your physician or a professional personal trainer. Okay, enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show of Beyond the Workout. It's me, Coach E, looking a little scruffy. Yep, I didn't have a chance to shave. I usually like to be clean shaven before I do this show. But hey, I just had to get this show to you because I am on a personal journey, personal routine to get my sleep. And that's what the topic of this show is about. It's about sleeping better and using breathing techniques to help. But there are other things I'm gonna mention here that you can use to help you sleep. Now, there are two reasons why I wanted to do this show, and one is I listened to a another podcast that spoke about sleeping and the importance of it and what you can do to help yourself relax and sleep. And I've been doing this, and when I hadn't done it, I've noticed a difference. So I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be sipping my tea because I also have I'm having my chamomile tea because it's almost bedtime. And I'll explain that. Hold on just a second. Let me take a sip. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. It's getting a little cool, so let's get through this. So that was one reason is because I've listened to another podcast and I've been listening to trainings and shows that talked about breathing and the benefits of it, and I've learned a lot about the benefits of sleep and how the body really rebuilds itself and it needs the sleep to regenerate and get better. So I want to share some of the things that I've done and give you some tips that you can use from what I've learned. So I've heard it and I'll share it with you. I've done it and I'll share it with you. Now, the other reason I wanted to do this show about sleep because sleep is important for what we need to do the following day. We have to be well rested so we can be alert and careful. So I had a scare recently. I was driving some distance and I hadn't slept that well. I just was I guess worried about something because worry can cause you to stay awake at night when you should be clearing your head and going to sleep. And so I was driving and I felt my body just totally relax. And I knew I had fallen asleep. I mean, and I caught myself and my heart was racing. And it was a very, very scary moment. And to the point that without using my head, it was just a bad thing. I should have used my head and just pulled over. I eventually did pull over and just relax, close my eyes a little bit, and get my bearings straight so I can make it to where I was going. But this is very serious, and why I want you all to consider ways to get better sleep so you don't go through that. Not just with driving, but with just making decisions and doing other things in life. So some of the things I'm gonna mention, and then I'll get into the breathing. So, like I just said, I was having my chamomile tea. It's a tea that is relaxing. It's an herb that's relaxing. Now, some people might say it doesn't work for you or them, and if it doesn't, then there are other things you can do. So that's just one. Have a herbal tea, and it doesn't have to be chamomile. I mean, sometimes I'll have cranberry apple tea. It's a herbal tea. It's relaxing, and it helps with you to relax at the end of the day. Some of the other things you've probably heard of, and I've tried this, is get off your electronics 1 hour, and some say 2 hours before you go to bed. I'm doing 1 hour. So what I do is like being on this computer. No, I'll close it once I finish this podcast. I'm closing the computer. I'm putting my phone away. I'm turning off. There's going to be no iPad. The only thing electronic I might look at is my watch. Oh, I don't have it on. I'm charging it now. But my watch is probably the only thing I would look at, if that. But it goes into a low power mode, the sleep setting on that watch. So when it says it's when it thinks it's time for me or knows what time I should be winding down or going to bed, it goes to sleep itself. So get off of electronics. Just try this. Try this for a week and make it 2 weeks and 3 weeks. Cut off your electronics. I mean, even if you're so tempted to answer a text message or so look at a funny video. It even got this serious. Michelle had said, "Hey, I want to show you something on a video here on social media. It's only like a couple of seconds." I said, "Oh, I can't do it because I'm on a no screen time right now before my bedtime." And she respected that, and I didn't look at it, and it helped. I felt really good. Um, but there's still more that I need to do, and so I'm working with that. It's really hard, and I'll tell you, just the other night I was on my phone looking at TikTok and looking at I'm sorry, Instagram, and looking at um, sports scores. And it was midnight, and I was so wired and wide awake, and I couldn't go to sleep. So I just did the opposite of what I'm telling you, and it affected my rhythm for going to sleep, my body from relaxing. And they say don't even use blue blocker glasses and think that helps. Just turn off your electronics and put them away. Take them out of the room if you can, and just put them out of sight, out of mind. So the next thing that was recommended is your last meal of the day should be 12 to 14 hours before the next day meal, before breakfast. And so for me, every morning I eat at 7:30. So what time would my last meal be? Well, 5:30 p.m. And I've tried that. My body doesn't feel like it's working hard at night. And guess what? I'm pretty much sleeping through the night. The only time I have to get up if I have to go to the bathroom, but it used to be I would get up hungry because I had programmed myself to eat every 3 hours. So I kind of changed that. I'm still eating every 3 hours, but when I stop at 5:30 and allow my body to relax, I'll have my tea, get off my electronics. I really don't have those hunger pangs. So it kind of is helpful, and I make it through the night, almost totally through the night without waking up. And I hope you're the kind that can go sleep right through the night, but don't sleep with food in your stomach or in your colon. Try to try to I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. Something popped up on my screen. Try to um make it through the night without having anything to eat, not even a snack. Just remember, I say try this out for like a week. And what I'm telling you is just to pick and choose. I'm not saying do all of these, but if you can, try it. But just do some and see if you can build it up over time. This is your body and this is your decisions. Coach E doesn't tell you what to do. He suggests and offer things you can do. So the next thing that I wanted to mention now was the breathing techniques. So the breathing techniques are extremely awesome. Now, the one that I do is box breathing. You've probably heard of box breathing. I'll just tell you what the standard one is. It's inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then repeat. Now, sometimes I'll use my heartbeat as I relax. I use my heartbeat as my counter for how many seconds, because usually at a resting rate, at a resting heart rate, I'm about 53 beats a minute. And sometimes it's just steady at 60. So I'll just say, okay, I'm assuming my heartbeat is at 60 beats per minute. So that's, what is that? That's 1 second, you know, a beat per second per minute, so if I'm saying that right. So what you do again is let's try it. You inhale counting to 4, go, hold your breath for 4, and exhale for 4. Hold for 4, and then repeat. Now, I exhaled through my mouth, but the recommendation and what I do is all nostril breathing. Now, here's the reason for this. And some of you might not believe this, but I've tried it and I know it really is beneficial. But when you breathe through your nose, the oxygen quickly goes to your brain. It's, you can see where the nose is designed hit the brain. The mouth goes to the lungs. You probably say, well, both go to the lungs. It's true, but when you inhale through your nostrils, through your nose, it is really getting up there to that cranium and getting up there to those noodles in your head there, and oxygenating them. So I feel like that really helps with me and relaxing. So the one that I do is I'll inhale 4 seconds, but the way I do it is I'll inhale, and at that last second, real deep, hard inhale and hold it for 4 seconds. But I exhale through the nose for 8 seconds. Just take my time. And I don't hold my breath after the exhale. I'll just immediately go back into inhaling. And sometimes I'll hold my breath to try to make it a box breathing. But here's what happens. I start getting so relaxed. I don't even count. I just get so relaxed. I kind of forget where I am in the breathing, and I've fallen asleep. And they say try it for like a minute or two, and you'll probably be knocked out by then. But give that a shot. Try that one. Inhale for 4 seconds, but at the last second, real deep inhale, because you want to gather a lot more of that oxygen, that air, because now that exhale is going to be 8 seconds long. And you're going to feel your heartbeat relax. You're going to feel your mind relax. You're just going to have this calming feeling. And you're counting, so you're focused, you're thinking about the numbers. You're not counting sheep. You're just thinking about the numbers, and you're breathing and you're focusing. You're going to hear and feel your heartbeat, and it's just going to totally relax you. And I use earplugs. Michelle uses uh, the eye patches, so she can have a totally dark room, and of course you want your room to be cool. So that's the breathing techniques that I would recommend and suggest you give it a shot. And it was one more that I heard. It's called sigh breathing. So this one helps you to relax or just be calm. And it was said that people will do this one and start to fall asleep. So it's you would inhale real quick, like you take two inhales, but real fast. And the last one is just real hard to get that last bit into the lungs. And then you exhale like a sigh after doing that inhale. That is amazing. I haven't tried it. I'm going to give it a shot probably, but that's just a tip, a suggestion for you to give that a shot. And that is the part about relaxing to get your sleep better. So this is the wind down part, the nighttime part. What did I say? Dim those lights, get off your electronics an hour before. Don't eat 12 to 14 hours have your last meal 12 to 14 hours before your next day's meal, before your breakfast. And practice the breathing. Breathe to relax. Just lay in bed, close your eyes, relax, inhale 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 8 seconds, hold for 4 seconds if you want, or you do the box breathing. Mine is kind of little, uh, not quite a box. It's that long breathing exhale makes that line just a little longer, so it's not quite a box there, more like a check mark almost. But anyway, give that a shot, and then the next day we want to reset what's called our circadian rhythm. Now, this one reminds me of something my mom used to do, because the recommendation is once you get up, turn on as many lights as you can so your eyes can get that light and reset that your sleep pattern, your melatonin stops, it shuts down. So it's just like, okay, now I'm awake, I'm getting light in my eyes. If you get up and it's dark, like I get up, it's 5:30 in the morning, or yeah, about 5:30, between 5:30 and 6. So it's dark outside right now. But the recommendation is to get that bright light in from your home, from your artificial light. But the best is to go outside for like 10 to 20 minutes and get that sunlight into your eyes. Now, don't look directly at the sun, of course, because you'll, you know, ruin your eyes. But get out there without sunglasses and allow that light that's in the air to pass through your eyes, and it will really reset your sleep pattern. Um, Even on cloudy days, if it's gloomy, if it's cloudy, they've found that the brightest light you can have in your house can still not match the brightness that is what's called lumens, or the lux value, the nit value, whatever it is that measures light. It still doesn't match what, even on a gloomy day, and the amount of light that you can get into your eyes to actually reset your circadian rhythm. So make sure you get your lights, your bright lights. So again, like I was saying, it reminds me of something my mom used to do, and it would just tick us off. She would come in the room and we would be asleep as kids. She would rip those blinds, so the curtains open, and go rise and shine. Start singing that. I'm like, will you, whatever. I was so mad as a kid, and all that light just hitting your eyes. I guess she knew something that we didn't know. And so if you can open your blinds, if you could turn on bright lights, if it's light when you get up, do that, and do like my mom did with us, and reset your sleep pattern, so that now when you're awake, your body is alert. Now it'll get into this routine of knowing when to go to sleep and when to be awake, when to go to sleep, when to go to sleep. So that's why I wanted to share this podcast with you, and I wanted to come on and give this as a tip, because I've tried it, I've learned it, and there's a saying that if I can do it, you can do it. I hate that saying, but maybe some of you like it, and I can only say it for myself because I did it, and I feel you can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. I think you can. So just when you go out and give this a shot, like give this a shot. Maybe my tea is working on me now. When you give it a shot, like I say, is try it for a week. But if you like it, keep trying it. Don't try it just long enough to say it doesn't work or you don't like it. Keep trying it. If you have to go back and listen to this, go ahead, listen to it and take down some of the tips. And please, please, please share it with your friends, share it with your family. And most importantly, share this with my contemporaries. Those of you who are over 50, over 60, close to 70, or over 70, you have a lot on your plate. You're probably busy as you can be. You probably want to stay up late. You want to take care of a lot of things, but share this with them to help them relax so that they can be alert the next day. They can be alert, not just for driving now. You want to make good decisions. You want to be alert to when you're speaking to someone when you have uh, things that you have to make some serious decisions for, or just being out and about. You want to be alert. So work on getting your sleep. That's what I'm working on doing. So I hope this helps. And I want you out there to know that Coach E got your back. That's why I'm doing these podcasts. I love doing these podcasts, and I hope you're enjoying them. And if you got any feedback for me, I'd love to hear it. So go out there and make great, great choices and take really good care of yourself and your health. That's it for now. Time for me to shut down my electronics and go to sleep. Coach E, signing out.